right, guys, let's talk about some NBA player props for Wednesday, December 7th games. But before we do that, I have a message for the viewers of this video. Thank you for the support on these videos. We have been getting a ton of interaction on the channel lately from thousands of viewers, but 92% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So if you enjoy the content of these player prop videos, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. And thank you for your support. All right, let's get into NBA player props. Trey, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I provided the GOAT James player prop yesterday, and I went 0-1. I still think I was on the right side. LeBron did not shoot the ball at all the fourth quarter, and he only needed to make like 2 more buckets for it to hit. So he was very frustrating to watch yesterday, and the Lakers team as a whole was very frustrating coming from a Lakers fan. But let's move on to some player props for Wednesday's slate. The first one I'm going to do is Trae Young under points. I know people are not going to like this, but I did the Trae Young under points 2 nights ago, and it cashed. I was not worried about him coming back and showing Nate McMillan, hey, you know what? I'm still an all-star. Don't bench me. He did not shoot the ball at all the first half, and he ended with 23 points. He tried his best to hit the over in the second half, but it just didn't happen. And if you watched the post-game press conference, the Hawks reporters were going at Trae Young. They were asking him questions after questions. Where were you? Why were you not here? And he was giving them some pretty saucy answers back, and it was pretty fun interview to watch. So I think that he's still not over the benching last Friday against the Denver Nuggets. I think he's still a little butthurt about it. So I'm going to go under 26.5. This game is at Madison Square Garden. A lot of people think Trae Young shows up there, but that is actually not the case. In his 7 regular season games in Madison Square Garden, he's only scored more than 23 points twice. In 4 out of those 7 games, he scored 20 points or less. So I'm going to go under the 26.5. I think he should struggle. I think Murray's going to take over again this game. But it should be a pretty fun game to watch against the Knicks. And then I'm going to get you guys another under. I don't know if you guys are going to like me very much today, but I like both of these player props. I'm going to go Jason Tatum under 28.5 points. I think that's too much against the Phoenix Suns. In his 9 career games against the Phoenix Suns, Tatum has only scored more than 26 points once. He only averages 19.3 points against the Suns. And the Suns have the 6th highest defensive rating in the NBA. So I think they're going to throw Mikal Bridges at him. I think they're going to throw the whole team at him. I think that 28.5 points is too much. I like Jaylen Brown's over 25.5 more than I do like Jason Tatum's. So those 2 are my player props, under on Trae Young points and under on Jason Tatum. And wish me luck, because it's going to make for a very interesting night.
You have 2 superstar unders. That'll be fun to watch. But I'm going to go ahead next. I have 3 player props for you guys. 2-0 last night, so let's make it 5-0 in the next 2 days here. My first pick is going to be Terry Rozier over his 21.5 points versus the Nets. I had Terry's under 22.5 a couple days ago, and I hated every single second of that game. Terry shot the ball 22 times and finished with 22 points in that game. I took his under, so it was miserable every shot he had. Every shot he took, it was miserable to watch. His number for tonight's game, 21.5. He's hit that number in his last 5 games, and he's playing an average of 38 minutes per game. So he's on the court a lot, and he's going to get a lot of chances against the Nets. The icing on the cake for this pick is he's averaging 25 a game versus the Nets in his career, so I like Terry tonight. My next pick is going to be De'Aaron Fox over 9.5 rebounds and assists versus the Bucks. I saw this number, and I thought he's got to be hurt because it's such a low number, but he's healthy. Fox this season averaging 5.1 rebounds and 5.8 assists per game. On his last 10 games, he's gone over 9.5 rebounds and assists, 9 of those 10 games. And a lot of those games, it wasn't really close on the under of 9.5 rebounds. So he's been getting this number very easily lately. Bucks have a good defense, but 9.5 is too low for Fox. And my last player prop is going to be points, rebounds, and assists. Patrick Williams under 16.5 versus the Wizards. If you look at Williams' last 5 games, I'll wait for you to get there. If you look at Williams' last 5 games, you can see he's just not a factor on the offensive side of the court. He's averaging 9.1 points per game and 4 boards per game, and he just doesn't get enough looks to score. If you look at that Bulls team, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, hopefully I didn't say that wrong, they handle the scoring load for the team, so he doesn't really need to score. Also, in the 2 games played this year against the Wizards, combined 13 points, 8 rebounds, no assists. In those 2 games, he's played 50 minutes. That's an average of 6.5 points and 4 boards per game against the Wizards. So I think he's going to continue to struggle on the offensive side of the ball, and I'm going to take his under 16.5. Teats?
I like that play a lot, honestly, especially the De'Aaron Fox. I almost brought you guys what I was going to call the hashtag built different, crash the boards parlay, but I decided that it just did not feel right to my character just to keep everything about the tools of the trade instead of actually shooting the ball. So I'm going to give you 3 parlays or 3-player parlay, 2 rebounds, and 1 3-pointer made. We'll start with the rebounds. So if I would have went unders on all of my picks last night, I would have went 3-0. So Julius Randle, his rebound number is 9.5, and I'm taking the under. He has hit that only once in the past 5 games, close against Cleveland the other night. But I think that going into Atlanta has Clint Capella. He's a rebounding machine. Mitchell Robinson's kind of stepped up to get the boards. I don't think that he's going to be the one that's going to be crashing the boards, getting 10, 11 or more. I think that he may be having to play a little bit more of a perimeter game, try to get some jump shots up, hope others get boards to dish back out to him. Scrolling on down, it's kind of an opposite direction here. I'm taking the Lauri Markkanen over 7.5 boards. If we look, he's hit that 4 times out of the last 5 games. Portland was a little bit of a trip up, but in this game, I think that he will be playing quite a bit down low, at least on defense. And this is going to be prime real estate for him to be getting boards between offensive or defensive because the Golden State Warriors love to shoot the ball. And then for my last one, 3-pointers made, I'm going to be going back to the Knicks game. I'm taking Jalen Brunson over 1.5. 4 of the last 5 games he's played, he's hit 2 or more threes in a game. He did have that one goose egg against Milwaukee, but I think that was kind of like a little bit of a trip, and now he's back on track. I think that he ends up with 3 or 4 this game.
Yeah, I like that Mark taking over boards. Warriors have been struggling shooting lately, so he should clean up the defensive glass for them. But all right, guys, that'll do it for our Wednesday, December 7th NBA player props. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys next video, and thanks for watching.